everything flows seamlessly.
And we want to help you embrace the change.
They need tools that are reliable and powerful enough to run their entire business. And that's exactly what we built.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Nick Molnar. It's a real pleasure to be with you all here today. For the first time in Square's history, we're introducing Square releases to tell you about the innovation and the progress and the hard work that our teams have been doing over the last many periods of time. I remember in the early days when I started my entrepreneurial journey, I was setting up a jewelry store. Time was never on my side. I always felt time pressured, whether it was managing my team, engaging with my customers, forecasting my cash flow. I absolutely did not have time. The idea of sifting through endless emails and threads to figure out what was coming next from my software or my point of sale hardware was absolutely not something that was top of mind for me. And so we're here today to provide a clear and consistent way that our partners all over the world can experience what is coming for Square. And what we want you to leave here today with is to feel real confidence that Square is the partner to drive growth for you today and well into the future. So that's why we created Square Releases. It'll be a twice-a-year event where we'll gather here in person. We will present the work and the releases that are happening today, but also importantly, we want to provide everyone clarity of what's happening tomorrow. It'll be as granular as we can get, and it will be industry specific. So whether you're running a services company or a quick service restaurant, it'll have real clarity as to the detail of what's coming next, and you can really start to plan alongside with Square. What drives us is solving really critical business challenges. We always start with the seller first, and uncertainty today has never been greater, whether it is navigating rising costs, the uncertainties of the market, labor shortages. There's a lot that a business needs to navigate, and what we want is that you can rely on Square. You can rely on Square to help you navigate and engage with your communities, your customers, and your team. But what is really special? What is incredible is what each of you represent in your own neighborhood. Whether you are a coffee shop and you are the location where neighborhoods gather first thing in the morning to gather there and take their first sip of coffee, or you're a retailer who's helping someone create their identity, or a restaurant where families are building memories. We want you to know that we do appreciate you and we are all really grateful for you. So today, other than letting you know what's coming, what's also really important is to connect. We have the most incredible businesses and entrepreneurs in the room today. Whether you are a small business or a national business, whether you are an auto company or running an emerging franchise, there are the most incredible people in the room. And so we appreciate those that are here with us in San Francisco. We appreciate those that are tuning in with us globally. And what we do absolutely want to say is that we just really appreciate you, and we appreciate our partnership, and we appreciate you taking the time to learn with us here today. So over the next hour or so, what are we going to go through? We're going to see the hardware and software innovations that Square has been hard at work delivering. We are going to see an all-in-one point-of-sale system that we've been working on for a long time, the updates to our dashboard. And as I mentioned before, we're going to try and get as granular as possible, kind of cross the broad suite of verticals where Square operates today to give you the specifics, regardless of what lane or industry. And then when we're done, this room will turn into a place where you can touch and feel the devices, speak to product experts, meet great entrepreneurs and other businesses and learn from one another. And the other thing, if you see a Square person in the room, give us feedback. We're here in person because we want to learn. We want your advice on what's working, what's not working. So before I pass over to Thomas, you've probably seen a lot over recent months that Square's spoken a lot about combining all of its applications into one app. We did. We brought it into a unified app. And so whether you are a restaurant that wants to sell packaged goods, or a bar or a salon that wants to sell merch, or a retail store that wants to go online, you can now do it all in one single application. And not just one simple application, you can do it in what we believe is one of the slickest, lightest, most beautifully designed devices that the business community has ever seen. So I'm very excited to introduce Thomas Templeton to take us through that in more detail. Thomas.
Great. Thanks, Nick. Hi, I'm Thomas, and I lead hardware here at Block. And I'm really excited to share with you a new product that the team has been hard at work on. So in today's fast-paced world, businesses need to meet their customers wherever they are, whether that's tableside in a restaurant or anywhere on the shop floor. But portability isn't the only thing. They need tools that are reliable and powerful enough to run their entire business. And that's exactly what we built. And we're calling it Square Handheld. So let's first talk about portability. So when we kick off a new project, one of the first things that we do is we talk to sellers. We talk to Square sellers, but we also talk to non-Square sellers. And we're asking them what's working for them, what they're happy with, but more importantly, what's not working and what are their pain points. And one of the things that we heard consistently was that portability is getting more and more important. And for the sellers that had a portable device, they thought it was a game changer. But they still had some feedback. The tools that they have were clunky and big and heavy. We set out to build Square Handheld. Our design and engineering teams didn't just want to build something that worked when it wasn't plugged in. We wanted to address these other pain points. It's one of the smallest, thinnest, lightest point of sales on the market today. And the nice thing about that is it just feels really good in your hand. It's light, you can carry it around all day. And the best part is it just slides into your pocket when you're not using it. So while it's nice and thin and light, one of the questions that comes up is, great, well, what about the battery life? And I'm really happy to say that we designed this to last all day long. And this is one of the big feedbacks we got in our beta program from our sellers was that not having to charge it throughout the day was a huge deal. So with that, I want to do a quick demo. So imagine we're a full-service restaurant, and you see this is the floor plan. So we're using the Square restaurant point of sale. So let me click table, we'll say 2, and now it goes straight into the menu. So we'll go here, we'll click on appetizers, we'll say nachos, and you can see it pops up modifiers, so you're not clicking through different tabs, trying to hunt and peck and figure out how to fulfill this order. So let's add avocado, let's say no onions, and let's make it spicy. And then it moves straight into the check, which is really nice. So one of the things that's great about Square Handheld is the server, when they're at the table, they can just send this right to the kitchen, and it goes to their KDS or their kitchen printer. And now the kitchen can start working on this while the server is still there at the table. They can continue to talk to their customers. They can go to other tables, see how they're doing, and not have to worry about running back to the point of sale to get that ticket fired. So that's a quick example of a full-service restaurant. But we see a lot of businesses who have multi-purpose businesses. And what I mean by that is, say you're a full-service restaurant, but you also sell beer and wine. You have a bottle shop, or you sell merch or dry goods. So we designed Square Handheld to be able to work for any purpose. So let me go here. You click a few clicks here. We got a mode. And now we're moving into the retail portion of Square Point of Sale. So one of the nice things about a retail point of sale is our deep inventory functionality. So for checkout, it makes it really simple. If you're a wine shop and you have lots of items in your inventory, instead of searching for the exact bottle, you can just scan the barcode and it inputs right there into your cart. And you can check out. And you can scan another one if you want, and you can see it just adds another one. And this auto deducts out of your inventory. Another nice thing about the barcode scanner is if you want to add new things to your inventory that you don't already have, it makes it very simple. So if you take a new item and you can just scan the barcode and it auto-populates. And then you can go in and you can change the name or description, add price. Another great thing is it comes with a 16 megapixel camera. And so you can take a picture of this and upload it right into your inventory, and then it's all set up and done. Another great thing about the laser barcode is it doesn't just do inventory. So it can scan QR codes, it can scan gift cards, and it can also scan ID for a verification. And we have a beta seller back east. It's a brewery, and what they've done is they've added an item for cover charge, and they put in over 21. So when they add an item, it immediately pops up, and they can scan IDs and know if a person is 21 or not, and it speeds them right through. So those functionalities are great, but we all know that if it doesn't work, none of that matters. And one of the things we did from the very beginning was we designed this with reliability in mind. And Square Handheld is our most reliable product Square has ever built. A couple of examples is we've designed this to be IP54 rated, which means that it withstands splashes or spills or dust into the dip slot or the port, and it still just works. Another thing we did is we really thought about what materials we should use for this, given that it is portable. We've moved away from typical ABS plastic, which you see in most consumer electronics, and this is made out of a polycarbonate and Gorilla Glass. This Gorilla Glass is actually 50% thicker than Square Terminal is, because we know people are going to walk around and possibly drop it. We know some people want additional peace of mind, and so we've partnered with Belkin, a leading case manufacturer, to offer a custom case that works just with Square Handheld. And the really cool thing is we're making this in 7 different colors, so allow sellers to personalize their handheld and match their aesthetic, so it doesn't just have to be white or black. There's some really fun colors. Some sellers are choosing multiple colors. For example, there's one restaurant who chose a blue case for their bar and a pink one for the patio, so that way their servers know that the blue is bar, pink is patio, and you don't have to put a label on it, and it keeps it nice. So with that, I want to do a quick video of showing a Square Handheld in action. Great. So there you have it, Square Handheld. It's thin enough to slide into your pocket, it's robust enough for your business to trust it, and it's powerful enough to run your entire operation. Our beta sellers absolutely love it, and we think you will too. Thank you.